Hi, everyone. Welcome to Algo Hour. It's May 9th. It's Tuesday. We're here, and we have a special guest. Hi, Ross. Thanks
Hi,
for coming.
everyone. Thank you. Thank you for having me.
I'm so excited. I get pumped for the show every week. I have like a few minutes of like massive nerves because I don't know what I'm doing. But then it's just so much fun from start to finish, and I'm stoked that you're going to be joining us. There are some cool features. I don't know if you know your way around the show or not, but we have some games we're going to play with you later. And if you put up with our shenanigans all episode long, the idea is that you get a chance to do an elevator pitch at the end of the show. So you can show us how it's done. You're a pro. And then we have this cool chat feature. So, we can see what everyone's saying during the show. I don't know. I have a really good time with this. It's a fun community lift. I have Ted here, my lovely co-host.
Ross, thank you so much for coming. I appreciate the last minute notice and also everything that you've done to contribute to the ecosystem as well. You certainly look like a professional already with your optimal lighting and your fancy wireless microphone. So I'm hoping that, oh my goodness, and your off-camera cuddles are even more envious than I could have ever possibly imagined. So once again, thank you so much for coming, Ross. I really appreciate it. I know IRL does, and I'm excited to get this show on the road.
I like to ask an icebreaker question. So if you could only order one sandwich for the rest of your life, what would it be?
One sandwich for the rest of it has to be steak. Yeah, that's easy. A steak sandwich.
Okay.
Is that a reasonable answer?
Absolutely.
So maybe like
reachable.
a Philly cheesesteak?
Yeah.
Something
Yeah.
like that? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see here. So I have it lined up. We're going to hear from Joe Polny at the foundation. He's going to talk to us about nodes. And then we're going to have our only commercial break of the show. It's going to be fun though. So I'm going to get everybody over to Joe. But Ross, you're going to come back after that and we're going to play our first game, okay?
All right, hey everyone. So as IRL mentioned, I'm going to be talking a little bit about nodes and in particular relay nodes and how they work. And the reason we wanted to talk about this today was because this is a pretty common question that a lot of people have about Algorand, and especially lately, if you saw the interview with Gary Maloof on the next block, he talked a little bit about relay nodes. So I want to kind of follow up to that, talk a little bit about how relay nodes work, how they affect the network, and how they affect like decentralization. So on Algorand, there are two types of nodes in the network. So two types of computers that contribute to the Algorand network. And first of which is the participation node, which helps the network be secure. That is the mechanism that uses peer proof of stake, which is what Silvio Macaulay invented. And that's the consensus mechanism that basically ensures the entire network, so all the computers that are connected to it, agree on what transactions and what blocks are part of the network. And in order to do that, those participation nodes also interact with what we call relay nodes. And you might have heard of relay nodes as being centralized on the Algorand network, where we have decentralized participation nodes. And they aren't fully centralized. So right now we have about 120 relay nodes. They are all part or contracted by the foundation, however, they're individual entities. And what relay nodes do is instead of directly affecting the security of the network, they help the liveness of the network. In other words, they help keep the network up. And so what relay nodes do is they route traffic between one participation node and all the other participation nodes. So let's say you have a transaction from your DApp and you want to send it to other nodes to get it added to the network. It first goes to a participation node, and then that participation node talks to a relay, and then that relay sends it out to all the other nodes in the network so that it can agree whether this transaction is valid or not and add it to a block. So the big concern here with relay nodes that a lot of people have is, okay, we only have 120 relay nodes. Couldn't that expose us to some censorship? And with the current design of Algorand, every single participation node, so every single node that forms blocks and gets transactions, has a basically conversation with 4 other relay nodes. So even if 1/4 of the relay network is down, there's still a good chance that your transaction will go through. And if more and more relay nodes go down, what will happen is that it'll just take longer for transactions to propagate rather than being as quick as they are now. But the security of the network won't be affected. It's only the liveness and the overall performance of the network that relays improve. And so if you had a situation kind of like on Ethereum where we ran into OFAC compliance on MEV boost relays or flashbot relays, what this basically means is that there was one company that was running a bunch of the relay nodes and they were based in the US. And so they started complying with the US OFAC sanctions and blocking transactions. And this resulted in at its peak, about 70% of the Ethereum network blocks were censored. But because of the nature of blockchains, those transactions, if they were initially proposed for a censored block, eventually got through the network, and it was basically just waiting until it could get through to a non-censored relay. So really the important thing here is that relays help route data on the network, and they help doing some like quality of service of stuff, making sure that transactions are valid as they're going through the network. But the main thing is just routing the traffic. And there definitely isn't a security concern with them, and there is a little bit of a censorship attack vector, I guess you could say. But you need to take out a majority of the relay nodes, because as long as there is at least one relay node that is still propagating transactions without censoring them, then the network will still be able to stay up and function as we would expect, except it might take a little bit longer. So right now, that's how it currently works. We're also, or I should say, the Inc. is currently investigating new ways to make relay nodes easier to run and to make them less necessary for the network. So having ways to basically cut out the relays as the man in the middle and implement more techniques for propagating transactions to the network. And if you're more interested in that, I highly recommend checking out the next block episode with Gary Maloof. He's the head of engineering over at the Inc. and talks a little bit more in depth and into the more technical details. So yeah, I just wanted to kind of differentiate relay nodes and participation nodes a little bit and kind of hopefully alleviate some of the concerns about centralization. It's not as bad as some people might say. And we're also, always working towards improving our decentralization and improving the tech as always. So hopefully you got some little clarity and found that useful. Like always, if you have any questions, hit me up on Twitter or join our Discord. That's where you can talk with me and a bunch of other engineers from the foundation and the Inc. So thanks, everyone, and don't hesitate to reach out.
You can support the show. Winged and scripted spots are now available. Contact IRL for more details, with materials due no later than Monday night, so that way we can make it on today's Tuesday show. Commercial break spots are starting at $20 a month. Go ahead and like I said, call 1-800-IRL-ALGO today. Yes, 1-800-IRL-ALGO today. IRL, back to you.
That was our only commercial break of the show.
You're
so
trying to
that's
put
fun.
me out of business.
Well, you're taking on sports, and nobody wants to do an ad lately, so we'll just do one. I think they're fun, but yeah, I'm really kind of nerding out over this Limerick challenge that we started last week with our guests. I'm a huge NPR fan. It's in the States. I don't know. There's a game show that they do on the weekends called Wait, Don't Tell Me. I just love it. I nerd out over it big time. So Ross, we have 3 Limerick style riddles for you. The answers all have to do with the Algorand, right? Algorand related, Algorand ecosystem. and we're going to hit you with them. We will stack up your right answers and contribute 10 algo for every right answer throughout the show to a project or organization of your choosing. So last week, I think our guest Yomo picked Jojo Babbitt Project, which is a smaller NFT project. But we have charities on Algo. There's like free use tooling. I can think there's all sorts of cool stuff. NFT Explorer, of course. You get to pick, so it'll be a lot of fun. Are you excited?
Nervous. Yeah, nervous. Riddles are probably not my forte.
Especially when you're live in front of a studio audience as well. So hopefully the peanut gallery doesn't give you too many hints. But
I do have a secret though. So you know.
He's so cute. You get massive brownie points with me for a cute pup, man. I love it. Luga gets brownie points when his babies are on the show, right? He's got a whole slew of different aged babies, and I love it. And I turn into like this mushy. Same goes for cute dogs. I can't help it. I can keep a straight face with the guys in the crypto world, but you bring on a dog, I'm butter. All right, so I have my first limerick. There's a frog on a blockchain called Algo whose popularity seems to grow. He's as green as can be and goes by a name you'll see, but his moniker is not a status quo.
Pepe.
Oh, dang it. Shoot, guys. I have a sound effect machine and I totally... Good job.
I was fortunate enough to... I played a poker tournament, the Giraffe Poker Tournament on Sunday, and won some Pepe for coming third. So thank you for the Giraffe, guys.
I tried to get in on that. I just got a super gem, so I could play. But I couldn't find the Discord link in time. Next week, I'm there. All righty, number 2. On Algorand's Chain, a game of delight where players care for pets day and night. They feed, train, and play as they battle all day. A blockchain game that's quite a sight.
Fractal.
Good job. I'm so disappointed with myself. I forgot my kid's sound effect machine, which I did successfully locate this morning. Good job. Oh my gosh, you're way good at this. Okay. On Algorand's Chain, there's a tool that's slick to flex your NFTs and give them a kick. With creativity in play and ownership on display, this project's worth a second look quick.
Is that Andrew's the Flex?
Yes, Flex machine.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, you're so good at this. You're making it look easy.
Wrinkle too. Just an absolute gem behind that project. Words can't describe it enough, but it's amazing to see how easy it is for people to show off their NFTs with a kick.
Yeah, I love it. A lot of respect. It's a great project.
It's such a cool thing, and I think we're gonna highlight some of those. I did another one this week that I'm a little proud of. But yeah, we'll look at that at Flextime. But first, I think we have news, then sports, which is just fun to say. News coming up. News, then sports.
Hey, everyone. This is the sports stuff section. We have a lot of different things to talk about today, specifically with a lot of different NBA series getting tied back up and going back to their respective home courts. Specifically, we have Denver losing 2 in a row to Phoenix in the Suns. That series is coming back to Denver tonight. It's tied up 2-2. We'll see if Kevin Durant can and Devin Booker can outpush and outlast the Nikola Jokic back-to-back MVP, as well as some of the other firepower that's going to be on that team. Next, we also have the 76ers tying their series behind a literal game-winning bucket by James Harden. Amazing performance by him as Joel Embiid continues to flop and flounder depending on which way you look. And of course, going over to the NHL hockey side, we're continuing to see a couple of great series here, with the Golden Knights wrapping up the Oilers 5-1 last night as they lead their series, as well as a couple other series, Seattle and New Jersey, kicking back, and both of them being underdogs, but both leading their series coming in tonight. So it'll be interesting to see if they can go and persevere and hold on out. In terms of other news right now, I think that's about it at the moment. We have a couple of different soccer stuff kind of coming around next week that I'm excited to talk about, as well as continued MLB once that the baseball continues to pick up as the series becomes a little bit more mature. With that said, that's kind of the quick little sports stuff section. IRL, back to you.
I love it. I don't like sports, but I like your sports stuff segment. It's really fun.
Well, and part of it is too is a little bit of a refinement here. Once I'm in my own studio again, as opposed to trying to go and kind of do things remotely, I hope to get a little bit more graphics, or at least a little bit more printed out visuals, so that I can go in and channel my inner Stephen A. Smith and yell at the camera about what someone did wrong. But
okay, Ross, I don't know how much you watch the show, but we normally have a segment called Flex Time, and I'm hoping that you'll stick around for it. But it brings me to my next on-the-spot game with you. Gosh, I really like putting people in the hot seat. I never realized that until we started the show. I'm enjoying a little bit of the power play, but we want you, we're going to go to who's active right now with Lord Beluga. But while we do that, I want you to flex 2 of your favorite NFTs on Twitter using our hashtag NFTflextime. And we're going to look at them and tell you if they're hot or not during flex time, and see if we can rack up a couple more algo for the project or organization that you choose. Does that sound okay?
Yeah, I can
Hot
do that.
seats real.
Should I go do that now?
Yeah, we're gonna do who's active right now, and we'll come back for flex time and see which worked up. Okay.
Sounds good.
awesome, Ross. You get to post it, and we'll be back at you.
No pressure. Looking good. Hello. How is everyone doing? Luga, you there?
I am here.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing pretty good.
I
Having a great
love it.
Tuesday.
I dig it big time. I just realized I don't have our new challenge queued up. So
Ooh.
while you talk to us about the prize that we picked for this week and how it went, I'm gonna go get that for us.
Testing.
Okay.
What did we pick this week? Now I gotta try and remember stuff.
It's
I'm
if
not
it
good at
didn't kill you
stuff.
bending over backwards.
Oh yeah, but
Remember?
it killed some of
Okay.
us. Mostly it's Buddy Man. I believe committed a murder of the beloved Doofy. Much like I murdered your spines this week. If you were bold enough to partake, Ross, cuff, do a back
I
bend.
can't hear you all of a sudden. Can everyone
You
else
can
hear
hear me
you?
all of a sudden? Did I cover it? Am I here?
Hmm.
Am I invisible?
Maybe it's just me.
Oh.
Okay.
I'm getting confirmation that I am good.
You're back.
Thanks, background. Oh yeah, back bends were rough. Some of us are amazing at them. I think it was Ranter that just threw himself backwards, and then I expected him to even kick over and do a somersault. But that was unreal. And then Lassie killed it. The whole family was amazing there. You and your toddler shenanigans. Oh man, it's like my future and my present at the same time. Of what am I gonna do when these 2 turkeys are just so mobile?
It's true. It's
He's gonna
I don't know if everybody watched that with the sound on or off,
Oh, the sound made it so much better.
but yeah, it was one of the few that my husband watched it a couple times and was like, that was really good.
It was really good.
I feel like the chaotic music complemented the chaos that was going on around me.
If you could get a
Hi,
snap.
baby Luke.
This is Gabe today.
I get them confused. I'm sorry.
That's okay. Gabe has the helmet.
Hi, Gabe.
He
Hi,
does.
buddy. You handsome.
You are. Very smiley.
I picked up a really cute baby Luga or big brain baby Luga, a big brain beluga that has a helmet on it, in a backpack. And I really thought this is perfect for you. And then I thought, but I want it, so I bought it.
You can have it, yeah.
I'm like crying over it right now. But,
Oh.
oh my gosh, it's I don't know if anybody else missed it, but your name came up on the wheel last week, right?
I did.
And you pushed your algo. So this week is a 200 algo prize and a doofy NFT. So we'll pick 2 winners. And you have till the end of the show to get it in. So if you are thinking, man, I could do a bridge or a table or a back bend and I want a doofy, you have till the end of the show to get it on and post it. There were some really, really good ones, though. Like I said, AP always amazes me.
Oh, yeah.
He's just good. Ranter, I used to be able to do a back walkover where you do that and then kick your feet back over.
Oh, my goodness.
I felt at my redacted age in my sedimentary lifestyle that was not a wise choice to try anymore.
That's probably a good idea. Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's cool. So as a reminder for people who haven't gotten it in, you have a little bit of time if you haven't done it yet. Try your bridges if you're not up for a wheel, or the table, which was fun. I did like a little crab walk type thing with my kid, which my husband was like, man, she just crumpled you. And then my daughter was going around going, I crumpled mama for like a little while. So it was fun.
Can't tell her that. Now she got the leg up.
Yeah. Well, we have a new challenge this week, and I think, God bless it, it's upside down.
It's upside down. Oh.
Why not?
Why is it upside down?
Why not? Let me see.
That's an even harder challenge now. Okay, get on your ceiling or your walls and hop around.
There's never a dull moment with this show. I'm always telling everybody how much fun it is, but what do we call this?
I believe this is a frog hop or maybe a Pepe walk. You can call it that.
Okay. So this is going to be our week 8 challenge. I can't believe we're into 8 weeks of Algo active. And I always have so much fun. I literally am in tears like half the show because I just laugh and smile so much.
Same.
It's really fun. I love it. I'm going to do a frog hop. I'm feeling froggy. I feel like everyone's feeling a little froggy. It's a great challenge. So we'll get it started next week. We'll have another 100 algo up for grabs. And I think we said maybe a Haram boy for next week. So, yeah.
Hop like a frog, get a Haram boy. That's a good line.
I'm not going to lie. Like, I really like all of our NFT prizes. So
they're phenomenal. You're knocking it out of the park. Like literally free.
Yeah, they're good ones though. Like they're all ones that I would want to win. So it doesn't stop me from trying. But I appreciate you pushing the price. So we've got a bigger pot for this week. 200 algo and that doofy NFT. And you're doing flex time with us. So you're going to help us judge Ross's flexes, see if they're up to par. And I think that's what we have next. So I'm going to move you over to the next scene.
I'll see you there.
All right, let's see if I can get everybody here. Ted? Oh, there you are.
There you go.
Luga's back. Felicia, hello.
Hello.
Gosh, I sent you a message in the show chat, but your hair is always just incredible. You and Cooper Daniels got the hair going, man. I dig it. Ross, you been hard at work or hardly working, bud?
Well, you tell me. You tell me.
All righty, let's see
There's a whole
here.
choice.
Let's see if I can get you pulled up here. And we'll see what you had for us for a flex here.
Cooper Daniels got the.
I don't know what just happened, but I heard myself. Like
that was me. My bad.
It's all good. It's all good. Okay, so let's see if we can find Ross's.
I tagged you in it.
Oh, did you?
Mm.
Let's see.
No, we're a very professional show here. It would have been too easy for us to pull this up beforehand.
Yeah, you know, we can't set the bar too high.
As I'm.
That would be tough.
Can you see it?
Yes, in the replies, IRL, make sure you go there. If you're going to go to his profile.
I'm just asking for a catastrophe here. All right, here we go. Let's get this one here. Okay. So you have a young G, right? That's what that is?
Yeah.
And a Hans hot dog. Did you make this hot dog yourself?
I did make that hot dog myself. So I wanted to obviously give some kudos to the 9 creators that came to NFT NYC by giving the hot dog that I made whilst at the Algo house, and then wanted to support one of the OG projects, Giraffe with my young G, which is obviously having a bit of a resurgence. So new team working hard, and there's a lot going on in the background. It's really great that the back.
Word has it that we might get one of their team members in on the hot seat in the coming few weeks here. Maybe next week, maybe the week after. DJs are hard to schedule, but I'm excited about it. So okay, we'll get to it. But I think I know how I feel about these flexes. Teddy, you want to go first?
Sure, absolutely. I think the young G is obviously underrated for certain. And I also love the Algo house, just the whole concept of that. Ross, what you guys did at NFT NYC was just absolutely incredible. And I think you choosing to quote unquote flex it right here today is very fitting for you. And is also just a really awesome piece by Hans, Mr. Algo Hans himself. So, great pieces right there. I think the green background is also underrated, especially that like softer green. It's not really quite teal, but you know what I mean. So that's my 2 cents on it, IRL.
Like a sea foam. Okay, so you give him a fire. Okay, Luga.
I mean, I'm jealous of the G's. I've never been in the G community, so I mean, I got pure jealousy out of that. And I didn't get to make a hot dog because apparently I don't make the cut. I don't know.
I feel the same way.
Not hot.
Those are solid flexes, but I own neither of those. So
you got a 10 out of 10 on jealousy.
Oh, that's awesome.
All righty. Ding, ding, ding. We'll add another 20 algo, 10 for each of those flexes. And you can definitely, like I said, think of somewhere you'd like us to send it, and we'll get it on its way. I think you did a good job, which I was a little worried. I was like, I don't know, Ross is jumping in last minute. Is he going to want to do this? And I was like, he runs an NFT marketplace. He should definitely be able to handle a flex. So I appreciate it. Let's see what else we've got on the Flex Twitter here now. That we had it queued up, and then we had to go off the beat to get Ross's, but that's okay. We got this. All right, let's see here. Luga flexing a whole lot of apes.
The ape community is really cool. Luga, I'll let you speak for it though.
I mean, you got to be in the jungle. It's a happening place. It never stops. They have a bar in the jungle. I mean, who has that? Nobody.
I like this one. His face
That was
is
my
like
first
amazing.
One. And then I had to just double down on cowboy hats.
I gotta say, I don't know how I feel about the chest hair. I have a smooth chested elite that's got a nice low V. I don't know how I feel about the chest hair, but
It makes it comfortable, but like in a good way, I think.
I don't know if anybody got any of these. I picked up some. I have not started to match them, but they're very cool. They're traits for the Honor ensemble.
Okay, yeah. I've seen these before. I haven't done that either. I need to get more involved in that.
Yeah, this is the first time seeing this for me.
It's really cool. They feature, I think, I want to say 10 different projects, but then if you collect 4 traits from each of the projects, they'll like assemble into one. It's very cool. I've seen a couple. I think our buddy Smokey from Crescendo put together one. It was dope. And then Yomo posted this, and I just love a good bird thread. And it's like a parade of badass birds. So
Ross, I'm going to put you on the hot seat here. What is your favorite trait on one of these different birds?
I can't really see it. How do I get a bigger screen? I just go to the YouTube channel, I guess.
Just go to the YouTube channel. I think that might be a little bit easier. But in general, really, for me at least, I'll answer first as you're getting that pulled up. I really, really like the Matthias Trinley shirts that are on some of these different mingos. And then specifically with how that trait corresponded with the Mostly Friends and the shirt that kind of came or turned into from there. There was a new holder recently purchased, or may not be a new one, but a new bird was recently purchased, and I saw that on Twitter the other day. Could be good to see once we're kind of scrolling through some of these different flexes, but
I dig the clean ones. Like this guy is cool. But then I think one of my favorite birds of all times is Kyle's. Kyle's had that bird a while, and it's amazing. It's good.
Yeah, so on my end, well, I love obviously the gold trait, goes without saying, but if my profile picture has the sort of 70s jacket, which I'm a big fan of, obviously.
I do love that skier jacket. Yeah. Go ahead, IRL. Sorry.
I was just going to say, did you guys see what's been coming out of the Flex machine? I know I wanted to highlight a couple of them. I haven't figured out all the workings of like how to really put together a super complicated one, but I just think it's so much fun.
You know, it's interesting to me. It feels like it's as usable as like Snapchat's little snapter piece, or I don't know what they're called, the little masterpieces that you can do when you draw and stuff like that. And really cool. Again, and anyone that hasn't gone through and at least tried it out once, it's super easy. It's like having Microsoft PowerPoint for NFTs. So
I was looking for mine, and I don't know where it went. Let's see.
I've also recently liked you kind of scrolled past it briefly here, but some of the different resurgence in the 3D art that's happening recently. That's less kind of on Flextime, as that focuses a little bit more on some of the 2D kind of clips and stuff. But I think the big thing for a lot of artists is just being able, or excuse me, the NFT community is being able to have that dynamic range in artists. So being able to have, like, for instance, Corvus, for example, some of their recent 3D modeling has been really, really amazing and awesome. I know that they've got something cooking too that's exciting. I don't want to spoil it on this show today,
Okay.
but it'll be fun.
And so obviously, well, I think everyone knows that we're launching the new Rand Shuffle this month, and we're going to put a lot more emphasis on categories. So you're going to be able to easily tag what category you're going to be on Shuffle, and then that will then transpose to Rand Gallery. So everything's sort of coming together. So if you want to search by 3D or art,
I love it. And I had made a comment about that, how you guys really were very intentional when you started to kind of think about those categories. And I thought that was really cool how you asked for input ahead of time and kind of tried to like workshop it in advance of these categories kind of coming out. I post a lot of GIFs. My goodness. Let's see if I could find my flex machine, Ross. There's my doggy, though. Yeah, that's my big boy. Let's see. Well, shoot. Now I'm not going to be able to find my flex that I worked so hard on it. This was one I posted for Flex. It's a collab of two projects that I absolutely love. The Burblins have sponsored ads for us in the past. And then Per-Doodles and Algo Quilt kind of have joined forces, but we've got the Basic Belinda project as a sponsor too, which is cool. And I love a good collab. I say it every week, but it just makes me happy. Okay, here it is. Here's my latest and greatest. I'm a nerd. I know. It's bad.
I love the Squish box. I love how you're able to go and just there's a lot of different components to it, right? That it's like layers of memes. You've got the Good Morning Mingo mug cup in the bottom left-hand corner. You've got a poof call out. You've got a crazy goose flock sunglasses call out. You've got the Lions Wrinkle Pepe in the right. And that's just off of the top of my head from immediately. I really think that's what it's about, is being able to go and take a lot of these different creative elements that are unique to other projects and putting them into one in a way that is really way more intuitive than I would have ever thought possible. Like, it's one thing for someone to just be like, oh, okay, you can, cut, copy, paste, but to be able to go through and actually manipulate and make it into something bigger than what you would have thought. I don't know. I'm ranting, but
Ross, have you played around with the Flex machine at all?
Yeah, a little bit. It's good fun.
I love it. It feels like they're adding more and more every week to it, which is really cool. But I just think in general, like anything that gets us talking about it, I've seen a lot of Pepe art this week. I don't know if you guys have noticed. Dale had a few. Immortal Jolly did a great one that at least somebody got to steal. I think that auction's over anyways. I was trying to bid on that. There were Pepe or auctions for NFTs in Pepe. It's been like a froggy week around these parts. So, Luga, your challenge for this week's Algo Active is spot on.
It's your idea.
We're gonna get Ross to do it. We're gonna get him to do it. He's gonna go up to like this beautiful Swiss Alp and be doing the froggy hop.
Counting on it.
Challenge accepted.
Right. And then I actually, like I said, I'm new to the Giraffe project. I just picked up a super gem when I saw Mark tweet the other day about that getting you access. Because I have been on the outside wanting in for a while, and the holders of that project do not really bend on secondary pricing. So I felt like I think I picked it up for 175 algo. I don't know what it does, but I know it got me in the door. So I'm very excited. Felicia, how about you? Have you seen any flexes that have been really mad? Any Pepe art in particular that's spoken to you this week?
Dell's redraws of Pepe was pretty good. I happen to collect too. I don't know if you have noticed, but I have a shitty kitty on my wall that I painted back in October. I just put it up for the show for Flextime.
I love that.
It's a piece of art.
It's beautiful. It's the prettiest shitty art I've ever seen.
Yeah. I messed with the Flex machine myself. On my phone, I just get so irritated trying to move things around, so I kind of lost patience. But I did make one. It was pretty basic with my MIA, and I put 2 little Roberts on each side with the ice cream cone hat. I need to look for it. It's way deep in my Twitter, but yeah, I messed with it. Pretty cool.
Yeah, you said you can play the poker from your phone, and I tried, and I'm just too old, and the buttons are too small on my screen. I'm a desktop user, and same goes for Flex Machine. I haven't tried it on my phone, but I'm for the most part a desktop user. So.
It's good toilet time. That's when I made mine. Literally, I was like sitting there for a good half hour just trying to freaking get that damn thing to work. But I made something.
I love you. I can't wait to hear what's in the stars for us this week.
I'm excited to talk about it.
It's funny because the more and more I I'm kind of learning about astrology as the weeks go by with you on the show. And it just like, sometimes I feel like I'm playing right into the stars' hands, like, it's really funny. So I don't know. I think it's fun. We're going to get more flexes up. We'll talk about more next week, but definitely if you guys have a sweet flex or you pick up something amazing, I know there's a few drops that I'm really excited about. I'm thinking Sea Folk V3. I'm thinking Pyrenees Pack with the collars. I'm thinking Gecko Fam Transcendence. Like there's some good ones like right on the horizon that are going to, the quality of art is going to be way up there. So I'm really excited about it. And Russ, I'm really impressed that you just you killed it on the fast flex, bud.
Thank you. Yeah, thanks. I think also when we launch the new Rand Shuffle, we've lined up a few cool projects as well to launch the new Rand Shuffle. So look out for that.
I hear that there'll be an opportunity for more people to make hot dogs at some point, or maybe more food.
There's going to be
different food.
But I don't want to drop
He's
any
made a
out.
whole food truck, I believe.
Okay. I love Hans. I just think he's super cool, super creative, and I had a lot of fun making my hot dog. It's pink on purple on rainbows because my 4-year-old helped me with it. But yeah, definitely. Okay. We'll round out flex time for today. Ross, you have earned 50 algo, I think. Perfect score, of course. For the project or organization of your choosing. If you know who you want it to go to, feel free to let us know. But what we're going to do is we're going to listen to Felicia's Starcast. And then before we roll the credits on today's very, very fun show, we're going to give you 60 seconds in the elevator to pitch everybody your project. I know no one's ever heard of anything that you do before, but it'll be a good case study for you to show us how it's done.
Sounds good.
All right. Oh, real quick. Let me see here. Let me jump back. We'll jump back to over here. Quick shout outs to, I know you filled in last minute as our guest, which I just can't tell you how much I appreciate that. But also thanks to like the sponsors that I have month to month. Rand is one of them. Thank you very much for just the constant support. It's very cool. Also a thank you to NF Domains, NifGen, Basic Blender Project, and the Algobots, which Russ, I don't know if you know, but they voted on it. It was like kind of a big win for me. Having like a specific community project vote to sponsor me was really cool. So that's happening, but also I know, this show's a group lift. It couldn't happen without everyone. So, huge shouts to Teddy Bear, who is just amazing. Felicia, who's going to tell us what's in the stars for this week. Lord Beluga, who is just so awkward and we love him so much. And Joe, who's like the gem of the foundation. I can't say enough good things about that kid. He's just stellar, but of course you, Russ, too. I know you do a lot for a lot of people in the community, and swooping in to save the day on the show was really just something that was spectacular, and I appreciate it big time. All right, so thank yous are out the way. We're going to do the Starcast, and then you'll do the elevator pitch to sign us off, okay? How's it been so far? You come back another time, maybe?
Anytime you ask me, more than happy to join. And I just want to say I'm not surprised that the community voted for you. That was an easy vote.
Thank you. And I just got added to the curators panel for the Exa competition, which made our headlines.
Congratulations. Big deal.
Thank you.
Very big
It
deal,
was
yeah.
nice. I for anybody who doesn't know, they're doing a call for artists. They're gonna kind of try to exhibit some art at NFC in Lisbon.
Yes, yep. As the resident Exa Market ambassador, that's what they're doing. Signups for that end tomorrow, I believe. A couple some rules for the submissions: can't be something that's already been minted before. Has to be original art. But it's been amazing to see some of the cool different things that we have. I was alluding to it earlier, but Lion's Wrinkle literally coded. The theme is profile pictures, and he literally coded a way for I think 360 different custom eyes. It's like a GIF that rotates. And each one's different, and I think that's just absolutely astronomically really cool. And I love little projects like that give the Algo fam some exposure and a way to go and show off to the wider crypto Web3 communities that our creators on here are doing some serious things. It's not just some of the more simple stuff that, kind of back in the day before Algorand was fully as fleshed out as it was. Yeah. Ross, thank you so much again for all of your hard work here and pushing through everything. We really appreciate not only your presence, but also Rand's sponsorship status on this show as well. I think that doesn't need to be, that can't be understated enough. And yeah, that's all I've got for you. And IRL, I'll let you kick me out and we can roll in Felicia for the Starcast.
It's the best. Seriously, like the show's so much fun, but it's fun because I have everybody that's a part of it. So yeah, if anybody wants to get involved, there's something they want to see in the show, hit me up. We don't bite, but we do have a lot of fun. And yeah, we'll do the Starcast, see what's in the stars for us this week, and then we'll hear Ross's elevator pitch to close out the show. Thank you again. You're the best. I appreciate it big time.
Hi, everyone. Felicia.algo with some more astrology. I hope you guys aren't bored with me by now. The symbols to the right of me are Pluto and Aquarius glyphs, in case anybody is wondering what the hell that is. IRL does a great job putting it together. I just throw symbols at her and she kills it. Okay, so the planet of death, rebirth, and transformation, Pluto, has left Capricorn, where it resided for 15 years, to intelligent Aquarius, leaving a trail of devastation in the established world as we know it. From the banking crisis of 2008, the Arab Spring of 2011, the COVID years from 2020 to 2022, and numerous other world events. Life is very different. Life now has been very different since the post-COVID era. Everything's about to change, and if life is changing too fast for your own comfort, I have some bad news. One of the biggest astrological events in history happened on March 23rd, 2023. Pluto, the dwarf planet, officially entered Aquarius, and this does not happen every day. These effects are going to last us until 2043. That's 2 decades, and it defines an entire generation. Pluto is a generational planet, and in astrology, Pluto is still considered a planet. Just had to say that. It takes 248 years to orbit around the sun, and it can stay in a zodiac sign from 12 and 30 years. In a way, you can track which generation you belong to by which sign it's in by looking at your natal chart. The last time Pluto was in Aquarius was in 1777 and 1798. And we had the French Revolution, the Declaration of Independence, and there was the establishment of the US dollar as an official currency. And the 1780s and the 1790s are considered a bridge between the age of enlightenment, which was flourishing of individual rights and social sciences. And it's been in Capricorn since 2008, and Pluto reveals the shadow in whatever it touches. Pluto in Capricorn revealed the shadow of our systems, financial, and exposing people and power, starting at that exact moment with the 2008 financial collapse, when it first entered Capricorn and has spent the last 15, 16 years basically annihilating all of our hierarchical structures. Then Pluto left Capricorn in March 2023 and left us with the financial bank crisis and the devaluing of US currency. However, Pluto is now in retrograde, another freaking retrograde, heading back into Capricorn, exposing Capricorn-ruled areas like the rich, the powerful, the famous, the Kardashians, the governments are being exposed, and it's not pretty. They can't hide anymore, and the power will be transferred to the people. Aquarius is about humanity, and it's finally our turn. The fact that it's moving into Aquarius is just a very rare event. Aquarius is all about consciousness, and it's steeped revolutionary energy. We are going to see a transformation in our consciousness, and you might feel it already. So it's a very potent time where we are going to get a taste of the flavor of what it means to have Pluto in in this sign, then it retrogrades back into Capricorn, back to more banks crashing, revisiting financial issues. The old ways are dying, and this is the shift. It's a whole new beginning, and we basically have to hang on tight for the ride. But this is also a very exciting time to be alive. But this is a marathon, so this will take time to play out, as this transit is 20 years. So it's not going to happen right away. It's going to take time. Societal structures will intensify over the next 20 years. And we have been needing this change. Aquarius is innovated, and Aquarius they have always been ahead of their time. You can definitely be keeping an eye out for all the ways that technology and people around you in terms of creativity is going to expand as a whole. You've probably have already seen the momentum of Aquarius taking place, considering how people have changed drastically since 2020, in which creativity and technology has taken an all-time high. Also, it is predicted that over these next years, there's going to be a huge change in the way that authority is taking place, that society as a whole is going to be changing its values and changing the rules around. Technology is going to make a big change in regards on how we work as a society, especially since we already heavily rely on technology to get through things. Expect that to double within the next 20 years. More AI technology, virtual world, robots, things like that. It's freaking happening. And if you feel like you've seen an alien before, you're definitely going to see them now. You might hear or see more about UFO sightings. And Aquariuses and aliens, they just go hand in hand. People are also going to fit into the community a lot more and find exactly where they belong. Aquarius is about humanity and the people. Above all, Aquarius is about giving. This is the essence of humanity. Be prepared for change. Be prepared to love your sisters and your brothers and share all that you have. There's a lot to cover with Pluto in Aquarius. There's just not enough time. It gets me really excited. Astrology is going to be huge. Aquarius actually rules astrology, so it's awesome that we're in this era. One last thing, Mercury goes direct on the 14th, this Sunday. Thank God. Enjoy the ride. I am looking forward to watching this unravel. Cheers to the new era. Thank you, IRL. Thank you, everyone.
Sorry, my turn then. So, hi everyone, I'm Ross, the CEO at Rand. I don't think Rand needs any particular introduction in this show. We essentially own the vertical NFT stack for all your NFT needs, whether you're a creator or collector. So we have Instant Shuffle, we have Rand Gallery, and most recently we have NFTX, whilst also having a suite of creator tools, including a minting solution. What I will say is we obviously recently rebranded to Rand, and that essentially will allow us to go live with the new Rand Shuffle this month and a reskinned NFTX. So NFTX will become Rand Analytics as well this month. So we have roughly about 60 to 80% market share across multiple platforms and amazing investors. We have the Algorand Foundation, we have Borderless Capital, and globally renowned artists and collectors such as Andrea Bonacetto and Pablo Frail, if you know who those guys are. So with the new rebrand, we're really much more than just a marketplace now. We really want to think of ourselves as a home for everyone, basically remembering the human, but also it's a brand that will serve us well now, but will also serve us well going forward into the $1 billion brand that I think we can become as Algorand grows. So we can grow as Algorand grows. We are creator-led and customer-obsessed. What that means is that we care, right? So we care about you. We care about our blockchain, Algorand. We care about our partners. We care about sustainability, whether that's the sustainability of creators or the environment itself. We also care about being simple and intuitive. And last but not least, we care about the future and how we can help grow the ecosystem. So thank you for sticking with us. And we're really, really excited